Yeah, so I'm totally like not in like Stephen King mode. I went to the gym. I was gonna wait to go to the gym till after the podcast, but I was so annoyed at that guy. I was like, I better go to the gym so I feel like actually talking about something instead of just yelling the for an hour. So
Yeah, well, I have to say right off the bat, like I hate to keep shitting on The Shining, but like I'm already enjoying this book so much more.
yeah, when this came out, I was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't like it. Like I'm trying to like give peace a chance right now, but
I
I
don't know
keep
why.
going. If this wasn't Stephen King, would I even give a fuck about this book? And I can't. I don't know that I would.
I just disagree. Like I like it. It's interesting. It kind of reminds me of like other shows that I've watched.
You need to watch more YouTube videos on The Shining and get more into it.
I mean, I like what it's done for horror.
Oh my God, I tried to watch the these one. I didn't make it through it. I
The
think it's the
Kubrick one?
worst casting I've ever seen in my life.
No, the Stephen King one.
The one with fucking the Wings guy and what's her face. I'm sure that helped.
I have not
Andrew
seen that.
Weber or something. No, what the fuck is his name?
Andrew Weber's a composer.
Yeah, I didn't say Lloyd. Hey Google, who's the guy from Wings? Oh my God, he said 34 people. Steven Weber. See, I was close. And some other big hair girl from the 90s. I can't remember her name. Like, I don't know
I
if you
think
ruined me, Amber, but like everything I watched from before like 1999 now is like, I can't fucking watch. Is this just bad quality or horrible acting? Cause they all seem like the acting is fucking ridiculously bad. And I don't remember it being that way before.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like maybe it's because a lot of it I watched when I was younger too, or maybe the acting is just better. I don't know, but there's so
Maybe,
many
yeah, maybe I
things.
haven't actually watched any of these in like since they came out probably. So like when they came out, they were great, but 30 years later, not so much. I would love to see a Needful Things remake. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm. I agree. This is making me want to go back and rewatch this movie because I kind of forgot like a lot of things.
By the way, it's on all kind of places. I think it's Netflix or Prime or something last night. And I saw it. I watched it the
Nice.
other day. I didn't watch it. I started watching it. This is Mike Flanagan, right? This is our boy. This is our Dark Tower hopes and dreams.
To be honest, I don't remember.
I think it is. Pretty sure it was like one of his first Stephen King ones. And in fucking Doctor Sleep, it's room 237, and I was so pissed off. I was like, "Come on, Mike, you're following the movie, not the book." So
Well,
is the movie Doctor Sleep a sequel to the movie Shining or the book Shining?
we have four different versions here.
Right.
The movie does. I mean, they recreate that whole scene like at the hotel. Like I think it definitely pays homage to the movie.
Yeah, at the
And
end, you mean when there's no spoilers? Is anybody gonna be? Never mind. Oh, you
it
haven't
is.
read it, right?
I've
Yeah.
read it, I just don't fully remember it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I
Yes,
remember the key points.
it was Mike Flanagan, by the way. I just looked it up.
Yeah, I remember they go back to the hotel and his dad makes good as a ghost and like goes into the ether and I think the hotel. How did they go back to the hotel when it blew up? Was it a
Um,
ghost hotel? I
I'm
don't
pretty
remember. See, I don't remember
sure.
the details, but I remember they were back there. So
I feel like there wasn't really anything there, but I don't remember. Although I will say, so the whole time, this is so weird. I think I read The Stand and Doctor Sleep close together. So the whole time when we were rereading The Stand, I was like, where is that scene with the boy whose mom is passed out? Like I kept thinking that was Larry. Um, I'm just now realizing I was like, oh, that is in this book. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
who's the boy whose mom was passed out?
Tommy and whatever, Deanie.
Oh, oh,
Deanna?
oh, 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 oh.
I
Okay.
kept thinking that was a Larry.
I was in a different place.
No, I kept thinking that was a
Oh,
Larry scene, and I was like, where is that? Like, when does that come up? And then it never did. And I was like, did I imagine that?
you know, that would be a very Larry-like thing to do. I gotta say,
Right.
because we all know he ain't no nice guy. We have to read that next. I wonder if he's a nice guy in any of his stories.
Yeah, I'd be down. I definitely am curious. I
Yeah,
love a good
I hear
fan
it's.
fiction.
That's great. Hell, I could write that. I'm
I
just not
have said
motivated. Yeah,
that.
well, yeah, that too. They just never, bothered to show it to anyone. Uh, and he says yes to like everybody. They're always like in the beginning of the book, he even does an introduction or something because I think I downloaded the demo from, you get like the first like 30 pages and they're like, we didn't think you'd say yes. And he said yes. Like everybody always says that. We didn't think you'd say yes. And he said yes. Like, I don't think the guy has no bone in his body.
Except for the Kubrick one.
He was still establishing who he was. He's had to have a grudging acceptance in his later life for the relevance of the movie as a standalone in pop culture.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt that he is like he doesn't need The Shining to be famous.
Mm.
Right. And that was probably his most famous one at the time. Boy, 1980. I think Carrie had already come out, so maybe it wasn't. He was still on the rise, so he was like, "No, dude, you fucked my story all up." But that's what happens when you sell the rights for to Carrie for 40,000. Was it? They got the decimal point wrong. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think it was that the one that ended up being 400,000.
Yeah, it was something. It was either 40 or 400, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah." Look, they were like, "Look at that check again. Why don't you?" They were like, "Holy shit, University of Maine, I quit."
Pretty sure like Shawshank Redemption is like one of the top rated movies of all time too.
What is? It makes every list. And it's funny that and like Green Mile and like they're some of the best. Like they're both on like top 10 movies, and it's like that's the guy that created the clown. Whoa.
Yeah, I love how he
Uh,
mentioned, of course, he had to talk about clowns real quick in this one. Or like, you're the one that made people not like clowns
but yeah, with the things that. Oh yeah.
because they
Oh
have
no,
the
wait, that was the
guest.
thing. Never mind.
I
I
mean,
was thinking of the list that Michelle sent us. Different
oh
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
But
magician
that,
is like acting like a clown, and he has an aside like nobody really likes clowns.
yes, now I remember that. The Magician was pretty good. He came prepared.
I would hope a child's entertainer would know what they're. Well, not yet, maybe. Yeah, I would hope they
Well,
would.
Dan, Mr. Judgy Torrance, had very low expectations of the clown guy.
Yeah, that's because he was talking about through Stephen King or whatever. Stephen King was talking through.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like how Jack died a hero trying to save the hotel.
I know.
Like, is that yeah, okay? I mean, is that what we have to say for life insurance? All right, okay, whatever works.
Right. I mean, that's a good point. I guess they probably never told anybody that that happened.
I
And if
mean,
you
no
know,
one
you
would
know.
believe you. Even if you did, no one would. They would think that you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
Like, my dad didn't save us. He was possessed by ghosts. Like, so you're still dealing with the trauma? Uh,
But also, yeah, probably for life insurance, you can't be like, yeah, he intentionally burned down the hotel.
he really likes rattlesnakes, right? A lot of things are named rattlesnake in his later years. Must be when he like found
Probably a
the
Florida thing.
Florida Keys and he started vacationing there.
Right. I'm
And then he
starting to
made up
see
a Duma key.
a pattern now. I'm like he writes about all the places that he has like houses.
I mean, what's rule number one, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think every other book has a writer in it?
I
He
can't
was
believe I
talking
never
about,
put go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
well, now I forgot. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say I can't believe I never put the Colorado connection together from the stand until now.
The
Yeah, was he
same.
in Colorado before he wrote The Stand?
He must have been, or he must have thought about it. I mean, because Boulder was like their main community.
Hmm, true.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It'd be pretty weird to pick Boulder if he had never actually been there. He should have just stayed in Gatlin, Nebraska, or not Gatlin. Do you guys know what Gatlin, Nebraska is?
I mean, Nebraska was also in the stand, but
Children of the Corn.
right, okay.
Yeah, what was the town they went to? Come
Oh.
follow me to Nebraska. Everybody here? All right, let's go to Colorado. Just kidding.
Yeah, yeah, that makes no sense.
Like, couldn't you just like, said go to Colorado and I'll meet you there? What the fuck?
Also, I like how retroactively now Salem's Lot and Sidewinder are true not towns.
I
Yeah.
saw. Oh, I didn't catch the Sidewinder. That wait, what's Sidewinder from?
That's the closest town to the Overlook.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot that. That's like where the roads stop working in
Yeah.
Sidewinder or something. Yeah, well, Salem's Lot I got right away. I was like, oh, was Salem's Lot still alive? Like, you can't ever decide. And then he's like, what did he say? Something like vampires who supposedly can't go in the sunlight. I'm like, what does that mean? And then I was like, wait, can his vampires go out during the day? I can't remember now. I think so.
In Salem's Lot, I don't think they
They
could.
Well, I was
don't.
thinking more of type threes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Callahan's travels, like that was during the day, a lot of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
I think maybe Callahan's vampires, some could, but the Lot ones, Salem's Lot, definitely, because he pulled them out from under the house and they like
Yeah, that was
burned.
like the big finale, wasn't it? When they killed them all, like
Yeah.
the sun. I actually like that movie, even though they changed some things. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't have to be comic book guy for every movie. But that's different. I don't like it. Although I'll never relent on certain movies that shall not be named. There's a list of them
Well, that one is not.
because they just get
It doesn't equate. It's one movie for like 9 books, whatever. I don't know.
that one too.
Oh,
Um,
what are you talking about? Firestarter?
I will not name it.
Okay.
He left with fucking rain, but get the fuck out. Anyway, I've never watched that again. I just like I see it and I'm like, and I think I might even have bought it. And every time I think about it, I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't want to. But I've watched Salem's Lot a couple times and I like that. Mostly because I like the song at the end.
Well, when they're doing everything Stephen King these days, there's going to be a few misses.
Holy shit, I can't keep up. Uh, I'm waiting for Life of Chuck to come out. I think I bought the monkey and then it showed up on every streaming service in creation like a week later. Like, motherfuckers. Uh, so I'm waiting Life of Chuck out and I'm waiting The Long Walk out this time. I think there's something else coming.
And it's been.
I can barely keep up. I don't even know what's coming next. I'm pretty sure there's something that I'm not thinking of.
I feel like this has been going since the first It remake.
Hey, I'll take the Renaissance. Could remake all those bad movies, please.
Right.
Tonight, tomorrow night, everybody in? Everybody ready? Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the
Okay.
enthusiasm I was expecting.
Sorry, you just reminded me that season 2 of Has Been Hotel is coming out on the 29th. So I was like, what's the date tonight?
I'm so excited for both.
Yes, me too.
And I don't know if you guys care, but I'm super excited. Anne Rice's 2 episode premiere of the Talamasca starts tomorrow
Oh,
night at 9 at the same exact fucking time. So I'm DVRing my ass off.
I actually am excited for that. I liked that story.
Well, that's one thing she never actually wrote about was like a book about the Talamasca, which I mean, how many stories are there? Fucking supernatural hunters throughout history? Like, come on. I mean, look at the file they had just on the witches, for Christ's sake. So I think there would be some fascinating stories there. But really, she got rich and was like, fuck it, I don't feel like doing that anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like George Martin.
Yeah, that series is never going to be finished.
I read a book 10 years ago that said the next book is coming out soon. I think it was the white one. Is that the fifth or sixth one? I forget. The white one. At the end of the white one, it's like the next one's coming out like next year. Don't worry. And that
In the
was,
history of humans, it is soon if it ever does come out.
right. What do we want? Galactic time? George Martin's on Galactic. He's on HBO time. I can't say I'd be any different though.
Well, I think you would have even more time to write.
That would be less time island hopping
True, I forgot.
and doing interviews with Stephen King. There's a YouTube with him and Stephen King, and he asked Stephen. He's like, "Yeah, I have a question. And he like leans in and looks at me like, how in the fuck do you write so much?"
Give me some of what you got, please.
I mean, meet in the middle at least. You can go a little faster. You don't have to be Stephen King, 'cause nobody is. I
Maybe
can't
it's,
even read as fast as that guy writes.
I know.
Yeah.
You ever think he goes and rereads his stuff? Like, he can't have time.
What does he read for pleasure? Does he have time? He's got to.
Apparently everything, because he knows every book.
And every character he ever created is an avid reader and knows every story ever.
Mm-hmm. And poetry, too.
He's got homeless junkies that are like well versed on the Iliad.
I will say, sorry, getting back to the book a little bit, I feel like Abra is way too on the nose. I'm like, come on.
On the nose for.
Abracadabra? I
I
guess
didn't
not.
even.
Maybe I'm the only one who thought about
I did
I
not
think
think
I
of that.
did when I read it, and I just like it slipped my mind.
that.
That's the new Eminem song.
Well, it's a
Uh,
huge Lady Gaga song too, so that's I hear it in my head.
yeah, but I like Eminem. There's actually she's cool. I'm just not into her. She's one of the people that I respect, but I don't want to listen to her music necessarily.
That's fair.
Um, I didn't really like her in Hotel. I need to try that again. I think when I tried to watch that, I just didn't like her in general, and
A
so maybe
Roanoke.
was she in Roanoke?
Yeah, she played the old crazy witch lady. Or not old, but she was like ancient. Like,
Like Kathy Bates's demon boss,
yes, she was the one that was giving them the power.
right? And they like thought they were in charge and found out they weren't or something.
Yeah.
I actually like Roanoke with the whole reality and the way of like what the like. There was
That's
points where I
like,
was like, wait, what the fuck is going on, and which one of these is really happening? And like, it was kind of cool.
oh, you definitely have to watch it at least once or twice to understand like the different characters, but I think it's my favorite season.
It might be. I finished that one for sure.
So, to answer my question, did you like her in that season?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, at least you don't remember her being bad.
I'm not sure I knew that was her when I was watching it.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah, now I can't go back and be objective, right? Fuck. I might watch Roanoke. I like that. Looking for a. I wish October was longer because there's so much to watch all the time.
I know. I mean, you can watch those. You mean like it's just readily available?
Yeah, I can just turn on
Yeah.
the TV and there's like 8 horror movies on, and I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
When I sit there and I go, I picked, when I have to pick a streaming and then find a movie, I could be there for an hour before I figure it out and then just go to bed instead. But,
I
well,
mean,
not that one, not that one, not that one.
a lot of my home pages looks like it's October all the time, so I feel like I
That
get that a
is
lot.
true. My top search on YouTube right now is horror, and I think followed by Halloween. Kind of trying to mix the two. They keep wanting to give me documentaries. They're like, no, I just want to like hear about stuff.
Yeah. I will say I sometimes have to just force like, especially if it's a movie that's on my recommended, I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot, and then I end up liking it a lot of times.
If it keeps showing, yeah, if you get to like 4 or 5 times, maybe 10, and you're like, okay, tired of hearing about like if I'm doing a Watch Mojo hour or two and I hear say Train to Busan 6 times on every fucking list, like at some point I'm gonna be like, okay, let's just watch
Yep.
this fucking thing. And you know
Did you
what?
see?
I was pleasantly surprised.
Did you see they're making a Black Phone too?
I think it's out, maybe.
Is it? Yeah, maybe you're right. I think somebody told me they were gonna go see it. And I'm like, ooh,
Is it
I'm
Joe
definitely.
or is it off on its own? I wonder.
Yeah, that's a good question. Also, now that I'm thinking about the ending of that movie, I'm like, how does that even work? Is this like another guy?
There's always a workaround. Maybe it's his brother. Wait, did his brother die? He killed him, right?
Yeah, he killed him. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's his ghost. Is he? Wait,
Wait, did he die or
the
did he go to
phone's
jail?
supernatural, but the guy's just a serial killer, right? Something, isn't that the way that
Yes.
goes?
Yeah.
And he's talking to the dead kids,
Yeah, they're all
but the
telling him how to
guy doesn't
survive.
necessarily know that, or he doesn't know that.
He knows that there are spirits talking through the phone. I guess he just can't always hear it.
Why don't you get rid of the phone? What the fuck? Stop
That's a
paying
good
the bills.
question. Maybe he didn't know.
I just ripped the damn thing out of the wall, Steve. Uh, yeah, I like that. It was, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just prejudiced or the ideas always seem good, but not always as well executed, maybe as I was expecting. Um,
It was a good
I
journey.
didn't like it the first time. I liked it more. I think we watched it, and I liked it more the second time.
Yeah.
Like Lock and Key, I really think I should like, and I just can't get into it, and I don't know why.
Excuse me.
It's like graphic noir. Damn, messed that one up.
I know what you
Gra-
meant.
Graphic horror novels, graphic novel horror, some one of them. So I enjoy them. They didn't have those kinds of things when I was a kid. But when they came out when I was like in my 30s, and I just started collecting them all. I have the Stand one, and I have Dark Tower ones. Although those are annoying because they never actually bothered to finish. They just kind of petered out. I think the Dark Tower ones go up through like Drawing of the Three, and that's about it. But there is a Battle of Jericho in the graphic novel. But I don't remember how it goes, so he needs to just write that. That's what he needs to do. Do another Dark Tower. Well, okay, he doesn't need to do anything, I guess, for the record. But goddamn, it would be awesome if he wrote the Battle of Jericho. Just say
I feel like he doesn't really decide what he writes. It just comes to him or it doesn't.
that's and it's not one at a time. He's got to pick from a
Right.
jumble up there. I wonder how many trunk novels we'll find after he dies. At
God.
least half a dozen and probably more, right? Does he like write things down? He's like, here, save that for after I'm dead. Here, I'm gonna publish this one. Wait till I die for that one.
That's a good question. I don't
So he used to write 8 hours a day like a job. Now he's got older, so he's slowed down to 4 hours a day.
know.
And I still can't keep up. Anyway,
Yeah, back to the book at hand.
Dr. Sleep. Interesting profession he picked up too.
Yeah, so what exactly is he doing?
I think he's like giving them pleasant thoughts as they die, soothing their
Oh, like
horror or anxiety,
is he
lying to them.
he's like putting them to sleep, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that sounds kind of ominous almost.
Is it
I
like
think
making them feel
Kevorkian got
no
in trouble
pain?
for that shit.
Is it making them feel no pain?
I was thinking that because don't people with leukemia have a lot of pain, and that guy didn't seem to be too bothered by it. Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it could be like a combination of
I mean, he could
everything.
have been, yeah, he could have been doped up too. Once you're terminal, I guess it doesn't matter how many drugs they give you.
I forgot about the cat too, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that cat's name Azrael, like the Smurfs?
I guess. I just think of it as like a demon name.
Is he? Oh, like, you guys aren't old enough for the Smurfs, huh?
Not that I remember.
They have
Yeah,
Smurf crops out, just saying.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Smurfs.
Smurfs were great when I was, I don't know, 15, 12, some shit. Sitting in my first apartment, like in the early 90s. Smurfs are all we had. And Looney Tunes. Those guys were evil. Bugs Bunny is a evil bastard. Daffy Duck's the biggest smart ass I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, that which all means they were great. Loved it. Loved every minute of Looney Tunes. They have new ones
Right.
out. I don't know if I can. I haven't. I'm too scared to try. Like the new King of the Hill. I didn't. I was like, okay, and then it was weird. I didn't like it. It's not King of the Hill then. It's King of the Hill now. So everybody's older.
Well, yeah, it can't be then. I
Well,
mean,
you
I
could
guess
just picked up where you left off, and I mean, I don't know what happened to Luann. They'd have to kill her or something, which is a whole nother sad story in itself. You ever watch that documentary of Brittany Murphy?
no.
Her mom killed her because she was a drug addict.
Her mom killed her?
Yeah, it's not proven, but that's what the evidence seems to point to.
Oh.
It's like a what's it called? Almost like a Munchausen thing. Like she wouldn't let her out from under her wing. like almost like like there wasn't a, what do you call it, like Britney Spears, but it was almost that kind of situation.
How old was Brittany Murphy when she filmed King of the Hill?
She was an adult. I think she was 30, 32 when she died, something like that.
Jeez.
She was great. Roller Girl from Boogie Nights. Do you guys know that one?
No,
It's the movie loosely based on John Holmes.
don't know who that is.
He was a big porn star in the 80s with a
Huh.
supposed foot and a half dick, but I never bothered to. But she was a character called Roller Girl in Boogie Nights, and she was a great character. Never went anywhere without her roller skates. Um, and he's fascinated with rattlesnakes lately. We got that. Okay. I didn't do a lot of
Yeah.
highlighting here. Prefatory matters is just tightening up the loose ends, I guess, in the last 30 years.
Right.
Yeah.
I love he does such a good job, and he did this in The Shining too, but like of just the terror, like her showing up in the bathroom and him knowing, and like you thinking that if you think it away, it will just go away, and then realizing it won't. I'm like, I just love the way he does that.
I like the whole twist on like you're the one doing it, so you can stop it. Like
Right.
they're not really there. You're making them there. So stop doing it, stupid. Wow.
Yeah.
If only I'd have known that before my dad blew up the hotel. So it was okay. It's like they're in a locked box in his mind somewhere, which just seems like a matter of time till they get out, right?
Yeah, I
Locked
was trying to
boxes never
remember.
stay locked forever.
I
Yeah.
was trying to remember if that happens or not. I'm like, I think they're gonna come back, maybe.
It'd be cool if it did. That's going to be the Shining Sea. That's a Trump novel. He never bothered to publish that one. Uh,
I loved
oh, boy.
the thought of them still like screaming as he's locking them in the box though.
Yeah, and them. Sorry, go ahead.
It just chills and Halloran like when Danny asks are will they die and he's like do you care?
Right. And the
I
fact that
mean,
they know what's coming too, like I'm like, wow, does that I guess that really will make them disappear then.
yeah, right. So, okay. Are they alive? Follow-up question. You have to be alive to die.
Are ghosts
Uh,
alive?
I'm pretty sure no is the answer to that, unless I don't understand what ghosts are. Um, but do they have a choice? Can they just like say, "Whoa, I'm not going in there. I'm just gonna disappear"? Like, I don't.
Apparently
Are they
not.
are they stuck in that? What happens when he dies?
I
I
guess
guess they
if he's the one that's powering them, he decides what happens to them.
like. Do they have their independent? I'm overanalyzing ghosts. I think. Do they
Does
exist
that mean
without him? Like, or do they have their own independent thought, or they just think what he tells them to think?
also does
Well
that
they
mean that like spirit is now forever following him, or is there like a different version of her spirit that some other shining kid is picking up?
yeah
Like
that
Abra.
because I mean they have to exist outside of Danny's head because they were at the Overlook before he was. He just
Right.
made them like quote unquote more real.
Right.
So, so the Overlook was projecting them because the Overlook was an entity into itself.
Huh. So that's what I mean. Did their spirit now like follow him or his spirit them? Yeah, because there's more than
Is
one.
is that the same ghost? Or is
I
that
don't
just
know.
Danny's version of the Overlook ghosts that now don't exist? That's my
Talk about
haunted houses. I was always like, great, burn it down, problem solved. Moving on.
it's just not that simple.
Well, Paranormal Activity put a twist on that. They're like, haha, we're gonna follow you.
Right. Demons
They're like,
don't really attach to houses.
yeah, well, back in the '80s they did. There wasn't this whole follow you around from house to house.
I
That really kind of started with what was that, like 2000 when that came in? My God,
mean,
has it been that long?
Think
I feel
so?
like there are other examples because it's like spirits that normally attach to physical things, but again, a demon attaches to a person. Like, I guess you never saw them try to burn something down in The Exorcist, but
Things got pretty hairy. Yeah, there was fires of hell involved and stuff. So, you ever been to the steps? Steps are fun.
of course, I think a lot of people around here have.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in Pennsylvania. I forgot where you.
Right.
Populate. What's the word I'm looking for? Propagate.
Don't dox me. No, I'm just kidding.
We used to go to Georgetown all the time when we lived in Virginia.
It's nice. It's like fancy DC.
It's where you get purses from the people on the standing outside with the booths. Genuine knockoff, I think. Supposedly genuine, but they were
Now
like
it's all
$20.
weed stands and shops.
I haven't been in New York, but the wife says that New York just smells like weed now. Like you get off the bus and it just smells like weed. Like, yeah, that would be kind of annoying. I could see that. I've noticed that
Yeah.
sometimes around here. Like I go somewhere and it's just like weed in there. Like it's your first thing to do is look around like who the hell's doing that? And it's not necessarily any one person doing it. It's just, I guess everybody's doing
A lot of times it's like a car driving by that will blow it out.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you catch it and you're like, where did that come from?
They were debating yesterday whether you should be able to have a medical card and a gun at the same time. People were losing their minds because,
What?
if you have a medical card, you can't own a gun in Pennsylvania. I don't know what Virginia's like, but Virginia's legal now, right?
Yeah. But
I
But
think
I wonder,
I think Maine is the same thing.
I don't really know if I understand that. What does weed have to do with a gun?
the way I see that is the people that make the laws don't know what they're doing. Because the last thing you're going to do is like rob a store when you smoke a joint. Like, that would take motivation. You wouldn't feel like getting off the couch.
Right. And it's not like weed makes you like you're tripping, like you don't know what's going on.
Or aggressive. Like that's alcohol. Like you can drink
Right.
as much alcohol as you want and own a gun and, go.
God, it makes no sense.
I'm not going to put that in the universe, but something happened, down the street last week at our house like that. Or not at our
Damn.
house, but like we're 597 at like 425, something happened. Shit. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
You
you
can cut
just
that out.
Okay, I got to do some editing this week. Usually I just put it up there the way it is. So 26 and 34, I got.
talk
So
about
then
docs.
like where the store is, Amber, like
Yeah.
the next block down. I'm gonna cut this out anyway. So some guy broke into his ex-girlfriend's house and shot her dog and then shot himself in her house.
Oh my God.
God.
Was he drunk?
I don't know.
Mm, yeah.
I haven't
He
weirdly have not
probably
seen it.
wasn't
I've seen it
high.
on like Facebook news. Ratchet News is some local news thing, but I haven't seen it on like the TV news, so I don't know what that means. It definitely happened, but it's not being reported anywhere except like, I don't know how to say it, these fly by night trying to start their own news company feeds.
Right.
But the guy was standing in front of the house. He clearly like it happened. I don't know why the big places aren't. Like I've not heard a word about it other than that place. And everyone that talks about it is like, yeah, Ratchet News. Yeah, it was on Ratchet News. So shout out to Ratchet News, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine there's a police report about it by now.
yeah,
So,
so people were highly upset that he shot the dog.
I
I,
mean,
Fair.
it must have been their dog and they broke up or something. That's all I can figure. So it was like, oh, you wanted the dog, dude? Take the fuck. I don't know how people like that. So shit
yeah,
worth ruining your life over.
it's almost like put it. Yeah, never mind. Like I'm
Yeah,
glad that she's okay, but it's almost like it's so hard. It's such a traumatic thing to go through.
yeah. You want to shoot yourself? Hey,
Right.
how survival of the fittest. Leave the dog alone. At least he didn't shoot her. I mean, he was mad, but not that mad. I don't know. So why did I bring that up? Because we were talking about something.
We were talking about alcohol and guns and weed and
Yeah,
gun.
yeah, nothing to do with Dr. Sleep. So that's what alcohol does. I mean, I won't be surprised. I would be surprised if he wasn't drunk.
I wouldn't. It sounds like a thing that has happened a
Well,
lot.
he was either drunk or yeah, it was a mental thing.
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna pretend I know that.
but
But it's stupid that you can't have a gun with weed, but you can with alcohol. Like, my
yeah,
point.
yeah. I don't even care about guns, but that it does sound dumb. Speaking of heinous crime,
Yeah, true not. I don't know if I'm getting old and more sensitive. Oh, I have another tangent, Amber. I'm not going to get there yet. I think you know where that one goes. Uh,
I
I'll just
don't.
say, I think I'm more sensitive as I get older, so uh, I get more emotional reading and watching movies than I used to.
Yeah,
Like with Karen.
right.
Uh, but yeah, this seems like these tune up people. I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Like they see like the movie doesn't convey how especially awful they are. The
Right.
book gets it like I was kind of cringing, going, "Ooh." Or like the more you scream, the better it tastes, or some shit. It didn't say that, but it was something like that. Like the longer you are in terror, like the better the steam is, something like
Yeah.
that. And it took that fucking kid like forever to die. I was like, oh my God. Like I was like cringing reading it. I was like,
No,
just
this.
die. And then they're like, but it was a long time before he did this. Ah, you bastard.
Yeah,
So
I feel like usually the villains are scary and they're trying to like terrify you and like yes, like they will try to kill you, but it's not always so like torturous and just like evil.
he spends 2 pages talking about how they're just like everybody's grandfather at every rest stop you've ever seen, except, they eat people.
Yeah, that whole RV people thing was funny. I was like, I don't see caravans of RV
Nobody
people.
suspected them when they disappeared because nobody saw them. They blend in. Like, yeah, I mean, and I probably said this before, but as he gets older, his villains get older. I'm starting to get scared of old people. They keep like sucking out the life force of all the young people in this book stuff. Or am I one of those people? Well, I'm not quite that old enough to be one of them,
This is like the nightmare version of Monsters Inc.
right?
They just need to learn that laughter is better.
I'm getting my Scully furry sandal crocs for Christmas.
Ooh, that sounds cute.
That's why I got my Mike socks to match.
Is that gonna match?
It will if I say to them.
Fair enough. I guess it will match characters.
Right, that everyone's represented. And I get my little badge on the side of my crocs that says Monsters Inc. Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
You can't not do it, right? You have to do
Yeah.
it. Uh, so apparently I have a whole lot to say about Doctor Sleep.
I was just gonna say we cannot talk about this book.
I,
I feel like we have covered a lot of it though. Maybe just not that much has
well,
happened.
we haven't done shit with the True Knot. So whoever Andy is, she wasn't a nice person anyway, but she had a
Well,
interesting talent. Well, okay, she wasn't a nice person, but she was kind of made that way.
she was
So
traumatized.
yeah, I mean, I get it, but at some point you're like not the victim anymore. You're the aggressor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with her, like especially the whole scarring of the face.
I
Honestly, I kind of be fine with it if she was just like meeting men and robbing them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because they're all trying to like molest her or something anyway. Isn't she a kid or something?
I think she's young.
But like too young or just young?
I don't know. I don't
So
remember.
anyway, they're not great people, so I get that. But yeah, scarring the face might be a little bit far. But they'll never do it again, guarantee you that. But
I
it's
don't
an
know.
interesting talent. Like, hey, go to sleep now. And then the one
Right.
guy was like, okay, and there's the girl, I think, and she fell down right there. She's like, and like sat on her ice cream, I think it was, and
Yeah.
she was like, no, I didn't mean right there. It's like, well, you got to be more specific then.
Uh,
Apparently you have to tell the power details. Like, hey, fall asleep in 1.5 minutes over there on the chair by the wall.
and relax your body.
Right. So, oh, and they take her. So, why did they? All right. So the True Knot lives on the fucking psychic whatever that some people have and some people don't, and they're having trouble finding it clearly. They're down to 2 canisters when they think they have. Everybody thinks they have like 12.
Yeah.
So they're about to run out of food. So why are they making like new vampires? That doesn't seem to make sense.
Well, because she's so useful at helping them like get. Actually, is she? Because didn't they say that they could resist her power? But he listened. The kid that they tortured Sorry, hold on. Sorry, I'm having a conversation with myself in my head. I think it's because she's so good at getting other people who have the food that they need.
The steam.
Yeah, so like it's a good decision in
Actually,
the
you just
long run.
put them to sleep, and then can just put the kid in the van and
Yeah,
dissect them slowly while he's still alive.
Well, and not even the people who they're trying to eat, essentially, but the residual people around them. Like, hey, you're gonna fall asleep and not remember anything that you hear for the next 12 hours or whatever.
Yeah, they're disaster hunters. It's funny. So, I mean, 9/11 too soon? Like they,
that was such a. I was like, what? Wait, what? I did not do the math on that.
I thought he was going to go all like they caused 9/11 or some shit so they could have steam for a while. Like, be careful.
Like I had to reread that sentence. It was like a plane just hit the World Trade Center. I was like, what? What am I reading?
Yeah, and for me, I don't know if you're old enough, but that takes me right back to the moment. Like every time I like hear that
Oh, it
shit, because
does.
everybody knows.
Even though we didn't know what was going on, we knew that something bad was going on.
Well, the first one was like, whoa, that's a big deal. And then the second one, like, up, everybody go home. Now it's not
Yeah.
an accident without a doubt. So there was ambiguity for the first, what, 20 minutes. And then you're like, holy shit. I was at a meeting at work, and when you walked, it was at a hotel. So when you walked in, the like first one was burning on the TVs, and then they had TVs like it was like a conference room, and they had them in the corner. And while the meeting was going on, you saw the second plane hit, and like the meeting just ended instantly, and everybody left.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is the meeting even happening?
Well, like I said, after the first one, you're like, oh, it wasn't, nobody knew. There was a lot of
Yeah,
confusion. You didn't know it was intentional, although it seemed like one hell of a fucking mistake. Uh, and you didn't know it was a jumbo jet at first. Like they were saying private airplane, like it was just a pilot that got fucked up and hit a building.
that's true. I just was not expecting a 9/11 reference in this book. Forgot.
Yeah, I forgot
Have we
too.
had Kennedy yet? Like, did we get
I
9
don't
11
think
instead?
so. Yeah. Wow, maybe. Well, no, it definitely did not change him.
They're both watershed moments.
Didn't he? I think it's because he had just written the other. Why can't 11/22/63? Maybe he got it all out of his system for a minute.
Well, when did that come out? I want to say 13, and I might be wrong. And I think this came out in 14.
I think it was yeah, I had 2011 in my head, but
Maybe. Yeah, yeah. That sounds more right. For some reason, I feel like I can see that on the cover, 2011. So they weren't
yeah,
that far apart.
it was November of 2011. Yeah.
2011 would have been like 10-year anniversary celebrations with events.
Also, I just thought of this reminds me, this is a dumb reference, but it reminds me of the vampire gang in Twilight when they're like roaming around the country and looking for new vampires.
I was that in the first one?
It's in a lot of them, but yeah, they're in the first one.
Yeah, that's the only one I watched, and I was like, "This is a chick flick with vampires." I'm like, all right, I'm out.
It's like the third one where they really like ramp up what they're doing.
Yeah, they. I thought for half a second about reading those, and I was like, no, I don't think I'm a 13-year-old girl, and I'm pretty sure that's where these are headed. But like, I mean, I read Harry Potter in my 30s. I enjoyed them. They were fun, even though they weren't for me necessarily. They're still fun.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give She Who Must Not Be Named any credit, but it's definitely a better story than Twilight.
Yeah.
So, so we can name Stephanie Meyer, just not.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, it's a
not.
shame, isn't it? It's that's hard actually, because God damn, I like those books.
Yeah, it's devastating.
Yeah, like your whole childhood was like kind of wrapped around that, wasn't it? I mean,
Me, not as much. Yeah, like
with
it's
Debbie,
with
maybe.
Debbie Moore for sure.
I
Mine
mean,
definitely was.
some other person that I know.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved Harry Potter. I waited in line for the books with everyone else, and like I love the movies. It's just like I'm definitely not like I don't really think about it much these days.
I couldn't get into. Actually, I never watched all the movies. He started getting too old, and I was like, just stop.
What? You only like
And
him
then
when he's
they,
young and cute?
yeah, you know. Then he got a woman in Blackie, and then everything changed. But fuck, lost my train of thought.
Well, it wasn't about Doctor Sleep.
It was definitely not. I got mom up on the page. I'm trying to find where I was highlighting, and I didn't do a lot.
Yeah, I only had like 3 notes, and I think I said them all now. He mentions for a second he talks about a possible brain aneurysm. I'm like, damn, dude, that really is like a fear of his.
You know, I'm not even sure I thought that. But that's, I mean,
Either
I think I know how he's
aneurysm
going to
or
die, right?
tumor. Yeah,
Are they, well, aneurysm's like a vein exploding, isn't it? In your head or something.
yeah. So I said or.
I think I'd take the aneurysm.
Yeah, I guess because you don't really know it's happening.
I'm taking instant over a brain tumor, just saying.
Yeah.
Um, because I get to pick.
Yeah. Write it down.
Yeah, so they got Snakebite Andy, who I guess helps them get more people. But now the one guy, it seems like they transform her, I guess, against her will, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody's ever pushed back on that. They're like, oh great, now I'm one of you fuckers, and I got to eat this weird shit.
I mean, it's either you do what they say or you die. So
I mean, kind of already dead, right? That decision's been taken out of your hands. We have to.
I have a feeling Andy is way more alive than she was before.
Yeah.
Well, there was some kind of
Maybe not.
turning transformation, and like
She
when
even okay. I
Grandpa
didn't
flipped.
mean sorry, I didn't mean actually alive because she does ask her like, "Am I still human?"
What did she say? Did she didn't answer? Did she?
She said, "Do you care?"
Right. So she didn't answer. She politicians answer. Hmm.
But she's much happier, is my point.
Well, that may be alive mentally,
Yeah.
but yeah, like they seem to exist in this almost what's the word? Ephemeral state, corporal state.
Yeah.
Like they disappear, into nothing when they die. And there's a chance when you're turning, you flicker and you might not flicker back. You just gotta see what happens.
Yeah, when they said he was turning, does that mean like he was new? Or do they turn randomly? I didn't get that.
He was turning. He was. Did they say he was turning?
Yeah, it said he happened in his sleep, or he was turning. I can't remember what the wording was.
Trucker Tom or
Yeah.
whoever. Yeah, so it almost made it seem like if you don't get enough steam, then you can just kind of like pop out of existence.
Mm, that would
Yeah.
make sense.
And they're like, they can't find enough to support us. So at any point, any one of them could just, like blink away,
Yeah,
unless but your overalls.
which honestly, if you're running out of food, that might not be the worst thing.
Well, yeah, as opposed to starving to not death, starving to something.
And that's a
Literally,
quite the conundrum. Like she wants more people, but more people means more food.
Yep.
well, that was always my take on like vampires or zombies. What happens when they win? And now what?
I keep telling you, read the rest of the Passage series.
That's it. That thing again.
They have to start creating human reproductive slaves.
I can't keep up with Stephen King. I don't have time for that.
Yeah,
Actually, I have to start over at this point because I barely remember anything. The passage and what's the other, oh, I started reading the Wheel of Time and I didn't get very far again on that. So I have to do both of them. Because I actually want to watch the Prime series. The Prime pisses me off now because I have, you know, 5-minute commercials every 10 minutes when I watch something. That never used to be a thing. And if they were like Peacock and they were like, hey, do you want 3 minutes commercials now? And then we won't bug you. That would be great. But they don't give you that option.
it's that
So
is
it
annoying.
really kills the flow. But they have the, I think, third season Wheel of Time now. I can't remember which one they're on. I'm
What
behind.
is the Wheel of Time? Is that?
Robert Jordan, medieval. It's kind of Game of Thrones like.
Yeah, I don't know that.
He He's actually one of the, I was telling Michelle this, only authors that I've discovered on my own outside of Stephen King's influence. Uh, him and Anne Rice. Anne Rice I found at a train station. I needed a book before I got on the train and it said vampire on it. So I grabbed it and stuck it in my pocket. And I was like, whoa, this is way different.
Yeah.
Uh, and I remember how I found Robert Jordan. Um, I think somebody was reading it and, they were like, medieval knights and monsters and witches and goblins and like, oh, so I read like, there's a series, I think it's 14 books. He's almost, George Martin, like his whole life, he wrote like 14 books,
Mhm.
but at least he did better than, I don't know, 5 books, whatever it is that Martin did.
It's funny how I hear 14 and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Even though that's still a crazy number of books to have published. Like,
I mean, that's what, like probably 20 years of your life just on 14 books. And Stephen King did that last year.
by the way, real quick, I found the thing about Tommy the Truck. It said, went in his sleep, cycled once, and then boom. So what does that mean, cycled once?
Like flickered in and out, I think.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Like it's very fragile.
Yeah, because that was happening to her while she was
Turning.
turning.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Like, and then, some people never flicker back when they turn and like, oh, well, sorry about your luck.
Yeah,
So
that whole description of her turning was like, I was picturing it. It was very graphic.
a lot of stuff in here was more graphic than the kid was like. I remember the kid being a bad scene, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Ooh,
Yeah.
like these
I love
people
how
are not nice.
her saying like, I would if I could. I'm like, you would not and will not.
What is she?
He says like, can you please just take me home? I won't tell anyone. She goes, I would if I could, honey, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Why can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, and then she's like, yeah, she's being snarky because he's like, what does he say? Will it hurt? And she's like, a little, and she like smiles because it's like a little at a time.
Right.
Thousand death by a thousand cuts.
Oh,
Awful.
Yeah, I don't like her. I
she's a
can't
good
decide if I
villain.
like her in the movie. I don't know if it's an actress or I just don't like her.
I like the. I mean, obviously, because Danny has the shine, or Dan as he is known now.
I should just
But
kept calling him Dan.
it's hard for me to reconcile this alcoholic or recovering alcoholic adult man with that little boy.
Right. That's what sometimes it's like, why did you even bother? Just call this something else and move on. Like, this could have been anybody.
Crap, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, something about Dan. I forgot.
He has the shine, so like it makes sense that Stephen King keeps doing the like vision or like, even like Abra reaching out to him or like seeing the top hat. But they're just nice little touches that I like. It's like creepy.
When was the
Yeah.
first time he talked to Abra? Was that in his turret room on the board or something? Is that what it was? She just like, how far away from each other are they? 20 miles? Is
He
that right?
technically the first time, oh yeah, sorry, I don't know how far apart they are, but he like wrote her name down at the AA meeting.
He doesn't know why.
And he didn't know why, yeah. And
Yeah.
then she wrote on the board and he was like, is this Abra? And then she showed up in the room when Charles died.
Imagine if the overlook,
God.
she's like, what, 100 Dannies? Or Dans?
Right.
I feel like Dan's a little weaker than Danny, but he's getting it back. They're amping him
Yeah, I
back up
mean,
for the confrontation
I don't think Danny is telekinetic. Or like,
in moving objects and stuff.
yeah.
And he was in a category by so he did whatever he needed to do in the moment.
Or like he doesn't play an invisible piano in the air.
No, that was interesting the way they notated the difference. Like it's coming from the air, not from the piano.
God, that would freak me out so much.
That would be what kind of a I don't know what's the word childhood would that be?
Yeah. Ask the Incredibles, baby. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, there was I watching Unexplained or something? I don't know, was it this where like they didn't feel any pain. Like, how do you make it out of infancy if you can't feel pain? Because I mean, at a minimum, your tongue would be fucking hanging off, not to mention some other stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Without being, I mean, even with being watched, I don't know.
Was it this one? Was it Abra that didn't feel pain as a kid, and they were
I don't think so.
something else? I was just well, there's a guy on the Unexplained, but there was something else I think. And they were like, "Hey, do you want to feel pain now?" And the guy's like, "Fuck no, you know how fucked up my body is from not feeling pain. I don't want to all that. I don't want to feel all that stuff now." Uh, so Abra is like 100 Danny's, I guess.
Hmm. It's funny how the mentor keeps passing the chain.
hmm the devil has been replaced by the super devil. And I guess so. I guess we all know where this is going, right? The True Knot's going to try to take Abra, and Dan is going to try to save her,
And
as he may possibly have a play here.
I think it's funny that Tony is still there too, so maybe he'll help them.
You
Yeah,
know, so as long as you're always seeing Tony, you're good, right? You know that you're not going to die anytime soon.
Well, is Tony still a 13-year-old kid?
that's what I was wondering.
Is that that's what
He
I
was,
was picturing.
oh, that would be way different. S Tony can't help me at all. I need future Tony. All he's going to do is remind me of fucking the time my dad blew up when he was possessed by ghosts.
I mean, yeah, I never thought I really assumed that he was still the same age, so like it would definitely make a difference if he was older than him, because then you'd be like, "Oh, I'm fine then."
Right. And that's what I was like. Oh, hey, you're looking good. All right. So what, 10, 15 years? See you next time. You know, damn, getting a little bald. I'll have to take care of that. It's when you don't see Tony for like 10 years, you're like, fuck. All right. Put all my affairs in order. Something's coming. I feel like Tony, like the last time he comes, he'd be like, hey, you know, you're not making it to the next one.
What I do like is I was just thinking about like because we have another recovering alcoholic, like obviously we know why.
Is it
And
still an autobiography? I guess probably.
I really like the dichotomy between The Shining, where you have Jack who's just truly white knuckling it, and like he would not have succeeded even if they had not made him drink in the hotel, I believe. And then you have Dan who's like doing the steps and like doing what he can and realizing that it's like a hard battle, and like thankfully doesn't have a kid that he's hurting along the way. But it's nice to see. Maybe he was like, that's how I should and did. Maybe that's how he actually did do it.
Yeah,
Never thought about it, but the way he described Jack as white knuckle sobriety, I was like, that is perfect because he was never comfortable being sober. He didn't know how to be sober.
He wasn't doing any of the work to help alleviate
Well,
like why he was
it was only like
self-medicating.
6 steps back in the 70s. They were still making progress.
Yeah. Was he drinking still? Like he didn't get sober until like the 90s, right? Or like
Stephen King, I'm not sure. I think it was the 80s.
oh, okay.
I
Like
was
I don't
thinking
know.
sometime after it. That's when Tabby's like, okay, enough is enough. Look at the size of this fucking thing.
So he was not sober when he wrote The Shining.
Definitely not.
Yeah, so I think you can really see that almost. Maybe I'm
He
looking
wrote
into it too much, but
he wrote The Shining in the 70s.
yeah.
So anything, I don't know when he started or, I say anything before it and before he was at least drinking, if not other stuff. I
Right.
think the early books he was drinking, but maybe not anything else.
You're right, because like when did they start to get ridiculously long?
Right around the stand, right? That's when he started doing coke, I think. What happens if I do this? Oh, here's a good idea. He's all scatterbrained writing that shit down, and look how long that thing turned out to be. And it's still not over. There's more stories to tell. And if you just put the tower in there, you can go to fucking, every level is a different Captain Trips story
Oh, yeah, I mean, the tower has
outcome.
so much. The tower is everything.
One day I'll be watching the tower from my couch. I hope. I was so annoyed though when he was like, they showed Room 237 in the Doctor Sleep movie. I was like, what, Mike, what are you doing? Like I got high hopes for you, and this is not a good start.
I feel like though, because most people who watch The Shining are not like us, like true Stephen King fans, or have even read the book, and so it makes more sense to stay the same as what was in the first movie.
Yeah, that's what they said. Like
I'm not
what
saying
did they say
I
about the first
agree.
movie? It's a different level of the tower without Eddie and Susanna. Like, well, nobody wants to hear that fucking story. I gotta tell you.
I'm just saying directorially, I get why you would keep the room the same as in the first movie.
Well, especially if you're coming out and saying, "Oh, this is a sequel to The Shining." Yeah, a lot of people have read it, but more people have probably seen the movie, so it's like, "Oh, they're gonna go watch the movie and then
Yeah,
go see Doctor Sleep."
Do you think he
and then
signed off on that?
what's
I would think Mike would have got like did did the white say it's okay to use room 237?
I don't know how he feels about that. I don't know if he cares that much. He probably forgot it's 217.
Robin, you pick one. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, well, I was annoyed for him.
Yeah,
Here,
well, you have to accept in the world of Stephen King that there are many levels of fans as well.
Yeah.
yeah, he had to learn that too. He's got a whole fan base that's never read a book, which is probably weird for him.
I It's more fun to talk to people who've read the books, but I'll take any Stephen King fan.
I
I don't
mean,
care.
yeah, and it's better for people to know the difference, I think, because I've gotten arguments and then I'm like, oh, you're talking about the fucking movie. And then I'm like, oh, you're not a real Stephen King fan. So I guess it's easier to talk to people that have done both. But yeah,
Yeah.
either way, you got to start somewhere. I would just hope that if you've seen the movies and haven't read the books, you read the books at some point because, it's worth the time and they're so much better.
You know how you can tell the difference is when somebody asks me, I always go the movie or the book. If they haven't, they're just gonna start talking about it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't give them that option. I just assume book and keep going. You're going to come at me with a movie and you better tell me.
You have to announce yourself before you talk about movies.
Well, I mean, not many people, come at me about Stephen King movies.
I get
Maybe my
there
brother
was one time.
sometimes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe my brother sometimes, but I'm pretty sure he's always talking about the movies. Makes it easy.
I was talking to somebody once that I had just met about like Stephen King books, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, I love reading Stephen King." I was like, "Reading?" And I was like, "Have you read The Dark Tower?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, I love that series." I was like, "What? That never happens like in the wild."
In the wild.
In the natural environment,
It happens
natural
when I
habitat.
go on the Stephen King Dark Tower subreddit, but that's different.
Right. Yeah, I have to be careful in there. I want to respond to everyone, and I feel like sometimes I have to be careful I don't sound like a dick or I don't come off like a dick. But I
Yeah.
feel like I'm trying to be helpful because I know a lot of the things that people are saying, but I don't want to, come off like a know-it-all.
Well, actually,
Yeah, well, I don't do that. In episodes where if you read the concordance on page 451, I
I
wish
like
the
to see the theories, kind of like what we do on the podcast, like the questions that people bring up that I didn't think about, and I'm like, is that true?
I just like to interact with Stephen King fans. You know,
Yeah,
the one guy
that
was just like, "What did you just finish, and what are you reading now?" I was like, well, I just finished The Shining, so Doctor Sleep it is.
yeah. And then people are like, I love that one because of blah blah blah. And like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's my favorite. This one, yeah, I love that.
that's my favorite Stephen King book. I just say that for everyone, no matter which one it is. That's not true. I gotta say, The Shining's not my favorite, but I do like it. But you
I like
have to
it.
get invested in the family dynamic and the slow burn. If you don't care about that, it just doesn't work.
I feel like I like it in the way that I like The Gunslinger, where it's like I don't love the book, but I like what it does.
Oh, that was the subreddit. I just finished the drawing of the three. Okay, it was a little better than the Gunslinger, but I mean, do I need to keep reading? I'm like, oh
Little,
my
a
God, the
little.
Wasteland is next. Yes, you need to keep reading. They're like, I didn't say that.
I
And then
feel
some
like
people are
most
like, oh
people.
my God, I hate the Wastelands. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I was gonna say mostly I see people who are like on my side. And they're like, yes, keep reading, please keep reading. You're gonna not regret it.
Yeah, I thought all that, but I didn't say it. I was like, well. look at it this way. There's years between each publication. I lived it, and he got better at writing with each iteration of the Dark Tower novel that were years apart. So it just gets better. Just keep going, man. Like
I mean, but even like
you could
it
almost
doesn't.
read book 7 and call it good. You would be a little confused, but it's entertaining in itself. There's a lot going
The
on.
difference between the Gunslinger and the drawing of the three, that's the next one, right? Yeah. Is like so immense that it doesn't even matter that the rest are better. Like it's just so like
Yeah, I feel like this person wasn't that impressed with the drawing of the 3, which I agree with. Like it was better, but not great. I don't know why. There's a lot going on in it. That must be the style. I'm not real sure.
Well, there's so much more going on in Drawing of the Three, and you have more of a storyline that is actually like understandable as to where it's going versus Gunslinger, you're just like, what the fuck just happened?
He's just
yeah.
wandering around for reasons he hasn't worked out yet.
I could not understand the plot of Gunslinger. I had to
That
like
whole,
look it up.
the whole like when he shoots the town, just feels like a dream. Like,
Well, it's I don't think I could comprehended too that it's like a story within a story within a story. It's like
yeah, that's when he's sitting there with Zoltan, like telling the old guy the story, right? It's just after the book, the book takes place after that happened, I think.
right.
Well, not bad for a guy who was publishing short stories in a nudie magazine, right? I don't know if where was that one published? That might have been a sci-fi magazine. He got a lot of those men's magazines checks just in time to get more diapers. So, I don't think I care about Dr. Sleep a whole lot just yet, gotta say.
I mean, I think we've covered a lot of it. I'm kind of excited. Like this was an easy read for me. I'm excited for what's happening next.
As he got older, he does seem to be better at condensing. Like, he's telling the same kind of stories, but they're flowing a little quicker than they used to. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
20 pages of Stan's wife and her family history.
Yes, definitely.
And is this or is it not Charlie the Choo Choo spinning around the track in the town square?
There's no way I did not think that as well.
I mean, and this is what 2014, I think. So what did that put? Oh, that puts us 10 years after the Dark Tower. That didn't help.
I mean, he definitely like all trains are evil in my head because of him.
That is true. Imagine a clown on a train. No, that would be
I'm
sound like a
actually a
video
little
game,
surprised he hasn't done that.
right? Now that I said that out loud, I'm like, has that been done?
But
Train to Toadash instead of Busan.
that's a whole other connotation. Busan is not the bad thing in that.
Yeah, Busan's the good thing, kind
What
of.
happens if you make a vampire a zombie? Does he
What?
become a
Read
vampire zombie?
the passage.
That again. Condense
They're
for the
like
passage. I see. Justin Cronin's lackey over there. Wait, did I get that name right? Damn, I just pulled that out of my. I didn't know I had that name in there. That's the right name?
Justin Cronin. Yeah, actually, I don't think I would have remembered that. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, sometimes I amaze myself. That's why I can't remember anything else because I have to keep shit like that in there.
Yeah, the disease that spread like it gives you vampiric qualities, but they act like zombies. So it's like a combination of both.
Right into, we have to watch the 28 years marathon.
Yeah,
They
I
were the
do.
first running zombies that I ever saw. I was like, oh wow, way more terrifying. Holy crap. So, I do love the Deanie and the kid dynamic. Like he's so good at that kind of shit.
Yeah,
And it does seem very Larry like damn, like and this is all like 10 years ago, right? Like he's been here for a while now. Didn't I see that somewhere?
I think it's been like 5 years.
He was like 10 years sober, and when he first got to the town, he was like had a bottle and bullshit, by the way. He had a bottle in his hand. He kept taking the lid off and putting it back on. Like, no, no. Once you're at that point, you're drinking it. You're not holding out anymore.
Yeah.
So he was definitely white knuckling it for a while, but now they're like, damn, 10 years sober when average 10. I'm like, Yeah. So is there like a time like shift there? So he's been here for a while now. Now he's Doctor Sleep, and what was it? 45 people. Does it take 10 years to help 45 people die?
Do the math.
Don't seem that hard. I mean, God, they're going anyway. You're just like a band-aid or something. If he could help
Yeah.
them not die, that would be a much better talent.
I mean,
Doctor Awake.
if they're in hospice though, you don't want to stay. Hospice is like the end of the end, typically.
Yeah, they're all terminal or have something that the end's coming soon. They
Yeah.
can't take care of themselves, generally speaking.
So to help them go more quickly and more peacefully, it would be a blessing.
Does he speed it up or does he just like, well, he waits for the cat to tell him. So what's up with the cat, first of all? Whoa. I don't think I want that cat anywhere near me at any time.
Not at night, at least.
Yeah. I'm not even taking a nap at that fucking hospice. Uh, and then does the cat not go in the room like at all? And like he said, like no one ever said, get that cat the fuck out of here. Cause I think that's the first thing I'd say.
I
Like,
mean,
no cat, get out of here. I don't want you. Close the door. Get the fuck out.
it helps the staff prepare.
Yeah.
That's a good tool to have, right? Like, oh, we're gonna need someone cleaning room 237 tomorrow. See, look at me. I'm in 237. Yeah, and then he just says it's okay to die. I like the one. Who was it? Charlie. He was like, I'm scared. He said he's not scared of dying. He's scared that there's nothing or something like that. I'm
He
like,
said he's not scared of going to hell. He's just scared that there's nothing.
yeah, like that's, that would be more where I'm at. You know, I'm not scared of nothing. I'm pretty goddamn sure of it.
Right. I wouldn't say I'm afraid. I just, what can you do?
I mean, there's a chance the universe is a big mysterious place and
You
you don't
might
know shit
say,
about it.
I think nihilist is the perfect word for that.
I always picture those like doom and gloom people, but don't really get with that. But like I said, the universe is big and mysterious. We don't know nothing about it, so who's to say? I'm pretty sure there's not some invisible guy sitting on a cloud telling people what to do. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to mention that because the whole Deanie and the kid and first of all, what an awful parent. That kid ain't making it to 10 years old with or without the fucking.
Yeah, that's why. Was there not another? I don't know why I keep thinking. Wasn't there another like bad mom and kid situation? Or maybe this was the one I've just been thinking of. I don't know. Or
Nah.
maybe it was one of the families. Whatever. Never mind.
In what book? The Stand?
I don't know because now I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know. Never mind.
There's a lot of source material to come through there.
Yeah.
There could be another mom and kid situation in another book somewhere. I'm pretty sure there is. Going to
I
say
mean,
Hearts in Atlantis off the top of my head. Um,
well, and Danny and Jack. That's not a
Well,
yeah,
mom, but
true.
yeah. Well, I don't know if I'd call that a situation. They were
or
like,
Bev and her dad.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
I mean, I'm thinking more of like like a toddler who's neglected. But I
Mm.
think it's really just this story.
I think he usually waits till they get in school before he starts fucking with them.
Yeah. That must have really stuck with me because I remember all of that part of it.
Like there's parts of The Shining like that, like him talking to Grady at the bar. Like I remember, like that fucked me up when I read that when I was like 12, and I was like, what the fuck? It was so different than anything else. Like the book isn't necessarily the greatest, but that those the things from your childhood are the ones that last. So yeah,
But yeah. Also, the things that you love in your childhood, it's harder to not love as an adult.
except for Speed Racer.
Yeah.
I love that, and I tried to like watch it and support it as an adult, and I was like, this is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, a lot of it you need to not go back and rewatch
Right,
or
just buy the
reread.
retro shirt. Just buy the retro shirt and don't actually watch it.
Like it's better off staying in your childhood memory.
I like, oh, and how, like, he's dreaming that he's dreaming that he's dreaming. Quadruple or triple dreaming. Like, okay, that's starting to sound terrifying. How do you know when you're like,
I mean, that does happen, though.
have you seen Inception?
Yes.
I feel like spinning a top right now when he's talking about quadruple
Right.
dreaming.
I haven't double. No, I have once where I thought I woke up and then I woke up again, but only once.
Closest I came was I had a dream that I couldn't fall asleep, which was the weirdest thing ever. When I actually woke up, I was like, holy fuck, I was asleep the whole time. It was so, I woke up so confused. It took me a minute to get it. And Dick, gotta say, worst night of sleep I ever had in my life.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Your brain is working on high drive,
Yeah, does
overdrive.
that count as REM sleep? I'm not even sure. I was probably drunk or something, coming off of something.
Sometimes I have dreams about such normal things that, like, later on in the day, I'm like, did that happen or did I dream I did that?
He saw red rum in the mirror. Do you think he knows what that means?
I think by now,
If you don't get it now, buddy. How did he know her name? Did we know her name in The Shining? Can't remember that. I feel like,
yeah, the woman in the tub?
yeah. Was she Mrs. Massey in The Shining?
Yeah, she was the one who was cheating or who was using the boy toys, and yeah, she
Oh,
was
she was the
cheating.
one with the kid that didn't come back?
Yes, and yeah, she was heartbroken.
Like, what'd you expect, stupid? Okay. Because he was talking about he didn't know her name till like basically he started seeing the ghost. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, we knew her name. Maybe we did, but Danny didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jack probably knew her name.
Yeah, he was only 5. There was a lot going on for a 5-year-old. I feel like
He
Danny
never,
had to be older than 5 for all the shit that he did in that book.
for sure. He should have been like at least 8 then, if not 12, like normally.
I mean, movie Danny, okay, he doesn't do much but ride up and down the hall and open his mouth and move his finger around, kind of like Wendy. I watched a thing on the like making of that. Kubrick was an ass, apparently.
Yeah, I think it like traumatized her for life.
Kubrick kept Jack improvised "Here's Johnny" and Kubrick kept it. Didn't even know he didn't know what the hell he was talking about because he liked it.
Well, good thing he did, since this is like one of the most iconic moments.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently, Nicholson had been up for 3 days, 4 days in a row by the time he did that scene. So a lot of that manic end scene fighting is not necessarily made up. He was feeling like that strained and stressed because he kept him. He's probably up doing coke for 3 days.
Can you like I understand like method acting, but like if you need to like they can act. They don't need to resort to those measures.
And he was just partying that much and it worked out. He's like, yeah, method acting. Yeah, what can you do? Give me another line. Because I mean, because that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, if I've been up for 3 days, I don't think I have my A game as far as the character playing the character,
Right.
unless the character just, yeah, I mean,
Is
the
that
character is
why
kind of
he's I was just say is that why he's improvising?
probably, yeah, he's just making shit up as he goes because he's all scatterbrained. What about this? What about this? And what if you did this?
Although he did say the I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna
Bash your fucking brains in. Don't worry, Wendy. And it's a big deal. Why? I don't even know what Roke is. Is it Roke or is it Roke?
I think it's roque and then like croquet for some reason.
Right? Fucking French in their goddamn vows.
Oh.
So it's a big deal to him that it's the mallet and not the axe. Why was it an axe in the movie? I guess is there a reason? Because well, Dick just came back and died in the movie, so that was dumb.
Yeah.
And he makes a big deal out of the Roke mallet, like for some reason. Like I think he's offended by it. It's one of the
I
things that
think
I think pissed him off about the movie.
I mean he like talks about it a lot in the book, but in my head I'm like it does not matter except for the fact that Dick survives, so the mallet makes more sense because you're not like chopping anything or
Well, and
cutting
him
anything.
and Wendy on the steps makes more sense.
Right.
There's not really coming back from an axe, and I think he hit her a couple times with the mallet, right? Like broke her
For
head
sure.
or
That's why
something.
she's so fucked up now. Or then, whatever. I think
I
she's dead
mean,
now.
yeah, there's a big long list of reasons why she's all fucked up after that.
Yeah, I think you at least hit her like her leg and her ribs. If you'd done that with an axe, you would be losing limbs.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hurt you. He was so good at that though. Like that was the problem. Jack Nicholson was fucking amazing.
Huh.
And that's part of my problem. I can't watch the other Shining. I think partly because I'm like, no, no, Jack did it better. Like, no, that's not how that goes. No, you're supposed to do it like this.
Yeah, but I thought that about Tim Curry, and I love Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise.
Yeah.
I was who has returned for the series, if you didn't know.
Yeah, you told us that.
I was nervous because Tim Curry, much like Jack Nicholson, was super iconic. I almost wish Tim Curry could do it now, is what I would say to that. But
Well,
Skarsgård is good also. I don't
he
mind him
kind
at
of
all.
made Skarsgård made like a different version. Like they're not the same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's what I mean. Tim Curry's just like a dude in makeup, or well, Skarsgård looks more like Book Pennywise, and I'm sure that was intentional.
Yeah.
But I like colorful Tim Curry Pennywise. I mean, I kind of like that outfit better. I gotta say. What does
So
he know? He just writes the things.
they're still both creepy in their own ways.
Yeah, there's room for both of them, so I've learned to like both. But it's hard. I haven't managed to do that with any Shining remake.
Well, they need another one. Although to be honest, I think no, it could be good. I'm not. Yeah, whatever. I'm like, I just don't know if we need another haunted ghost movie.
About a non-haunted ghost.
Haunted hotel ghost movie.
No, I think Dodger Sleep's good enough. It kind of wraps it up in a nice little package and throws it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Although we could do a part three if Dan's lockbox like ghosts get out. That could be interesting. He could be like Jonesy and having like a big battle of his head.
Well, he does do battles in the mind.
I know. I love it. His characters' minds are quite the active place. Yeah. Passenger. So Abra knew her poor parents
Right.
about the plane. So she wouldn't stop crying until the second plane hit. Like how? So she was just upset.
I think so. I think being a baby, you can't express yourself.
She was just feeling all that, I don't know, death energy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the magician was like, "Look, I stuck a spoon to my nose," and she's like, "Watch this." And apparently nobody else. That girl is not going to go through life without somebody, you know, being seeing what she can do. She's too powerful,
Yeah.
and you
Also,
can't tell
this
a 6-year-old like to behave all the time. They're just gonna not
that's
do
what
it
I
because
was
you told them
thinking.
to do it.
They're
It's
like,
like
once
go
she
to your
gets old
room and
enough for school, just tell her. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that'll go great.
right, especially when she starts, she's immature and learns how to manipulate and use her powers for manipulation. She could be running that school by like
Always,
first grade.
it reminds me of The Witching Hour with what's her name?
Who, little miss, I won't use this for bad, and I won't go anywhere with him. And trust me.
Well, is that or her mom? I think is who I'm thinking of. The one that like
Dear,
got yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
what
Because it
about?
was just that she was using her powers a lot, and people were noticing, and then like she got locked up or locked away.
She got Thorazine by
Yeah,
Carlotta. Carlotta died already. Do you guys watch the series?
not more than what I watched at your house.
It's a little weird. Very ghost rapey now, the story. I love the story, but if you look at it, it's kind of ghost rapey.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that at the time.
We did actually. Some people we got most to our. I think that was our most commented book because of stuff like that. They were like that we were talking about it apparently.
They didn't like, or they did?
They did because they had the
Oh,
same
okay.
thoughts. Yeah, look at us, social warrior. Mm. But I mean, that's one of my seminal like childhood memory books. Actually, no, I'm wrong. That book I read when I was 19 with your mom, where we read it together.
Cute.
So it sticks in my one of my favorite books. So, uh, even though it's a little hasn't always aged well, but I'm learning also just about every Stephen King book has some things that don't age well in them. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Like The Witching Hour is like the tone is definitely weird, but it's not unrealistic, which is why it was a good story.
and a woman wrote it, so you kind of let you off the hook a little bit.
No.
No,
I mean, socially it probably does, but it shouldn't.
well, there's that word. Okay, I'm looking at this shit. Have you watched the Murdoch thing on Hulu?
No.
I got totally into that. That story is ridiculous. It's movies aren't that fucking crazy.
Yeah, I
Uh,
haven't. Some of the big true crime cases I have not been keeping up with lately.
I don't know. I don't know if there is any.
Like the Kohlberger one too.
That came out. I was watching. Oh, matter of fact, I was watching it on Hulu. And it's like every Wednesday, the new Murdoch one comes out. So I was watching episode 4, and then I didn't bother to change it. So Hulu put on the new 2020 Koberger thing where you thought you knew the story, and they're like it's like intimate details of minute by minute stuff. It was a little too long. It was kind of boring. I just wanted it to be over.
Yeah. I think a
Like,
lot of
right.
them just don't want to like it's yeah, there's nothing
Yeah,
more that can be said.
yeah, I don't need a 10 episode limited series. Just give me like an hour. That that it's awful. I don't, that
You
was
know,
like getting emotional watching that too.
a friend of mine just told me that he locks his bedroom door at night now because of that story, because of the girl saying that she locked her door and so then he didn't go in her room. I'm
So
like,
yeah,
well,
that's like the world's biggest mystery, and he pled guilty finally, so we'll never know. Why didn't he? Like, was he just in a hurry at that point? Why did he let her live?
I don't know.
'Cause he said something like, "Go back in your room" or something, and then she went back in and locked the door. She's
Mm-hmm.
the one. Yeah, weird. Talk about survivor guilt.
Right?
I'd rather have that than dead guilt. But that story's so awful. I can't wrap my head around that guy. Um, it's just like he just wanted to do it to see what happened.
It definitely gives a bad name to criminology majors.
And the Poconos and Pennsylvania, what the fuck?
There's a lot of shit that comes out of Pennsylvania.
No, weird. Um, okay, so yeah, so the guy, I mean, I guess we don't have, what's weird radio? Oh, we didn't read chapter 6. Okay, so we stopped at chapter 5.
So, speaking of then, what should we. Well, actually, I just assumed we were done. Never mind. Go on.
Dry Bend, Jerusalem's Lot, Sidewinder. Yeah, we're good. I don't think there's much else to talk about. They're dying. Some here soon. They have the guy pinging people in his head to find food. So he's gonna ping Abra here soon because she's probably like a goddamn
Yeah.
super radar beacon.
Yeah.
She's like the sun in a field of pebbles.
Question: how have they not felt her before now?
Right. I guess they've
You
been in
know,
Arizona.
right? Have they not made it on this side of the country in a while?
Mm.
Getting lazy in their old age, or are they old? I don't know. So they like get older until they eat again, then they get younger. Like the one guy went from 22 to 12. I'm like, I'm not sure I'd want to do that necessarily.
But the aging, I didn't understand. Like, I get going back to the age you were when you turned, but how does that work in the meantime?
Yeah,
Like
why are you getting
every
older if you're not alive?
yeah, every month without steam is a year.
And a nickname's a requirement. So what's your true not nickname? We need to think of that for next time.
Right. Yeah, well, because you can't use your Rube name. That would be gross.
Right. Is that code for Muggle? Just when they were talking.
Does it have to be alliteration too?
No, Snakebite Andy, Heavy Mary.
Yeah, okay, okay. Heavy married?
Yeah, I don't. Hey, I'm not judging. Maybe it means she can like lift heavy equipment or something. I don't know.
Can I be Amber Amber?
But what's your talent then? Because isn't the name related to your talent?
Is it?
Kinda. Snakebite Andy is,
They go to sleep.
yeah, she bites him. This, I don't know. It's kind of her personality is Snakebite, I guess, more than anything. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's not related to that. So she's Rose the Hat. Well, no, she just wears a hat that doesn't come off magically, like fucking Frosty the Snowman or something. Maybe it's not related, but they all have some kind of thing that's like their thing that they do, some kind of talent.
Right. My
And
personality is bright like amber.
would you say it's the color of your energy?
Hey, you know what? I actually wasn't even thinking that, but yeah, I would. I feel like that was the same phrase in different words.
Yeah, way to dress it up. See, now I'm gonna have to listen to it. Stuck in my head.
Good
All right.
song.
Whoa. You have to listen to that and Practice Bowl for two. They got the same group. Is that the full
Yeah,
thing?
very reggae. I don't know if 311 does the other one, but yeah.
So we're starting on 6, Weird Radio. Kind of interested to see what. All these chapter names sound kind of fun. Weird Radio, Empty Devils, Have You Seen Me? Average Theory of Relativity. I'd be interested to see what that is. So that's going to be an interesting chapter, I'm pretty sure. The Voices of Our Dead Friends. You don't have any dead friends. Okay, we could just finish part 2. What are we on, like 200?
Yeah.
So another 2.
Trying to find where part two is. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, part 3 on mine starts on 409. And we're on like 204. Okay, maybe we'll talk about Dr. Sleep next time. See what's going on. A lot of Stephen King stuff in the news. So, yeah, everybody watch Welcome to Derry. And we're going to have to marathon that next time.
I'm down.
I think it's 8 episodes. And the Talamask. I'm excited for both. I told Michelle we have a lot to watch, so no excuses. I don't know if she's going to be able to keep up.
We have a schedule.
Oh, yeah, at least for a little while. All right. See you in 2 weeks ish. End of the podcast. Everybody say bye.
Bye.